like you said, you got a story that you wanted to tell because we're missing a person.
Oh, since we're missing our intro guy.
Yes, and it's a story about the intro guy too.
Yeah.
So I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand.
It was a scary story at first, but then ended up being a funny story after because we can laugh about it. Nobody got hurt. You know,
it was ridiculous, dude.
So you've never been out to the Zip, but have you seen any footage, AJ,
No,
of the Zip?
Can't say that I have. No.
So the Zip disc golf course is in Helotes, and it's like beginning of the hill country. So you're, south of San Antonio, you're looking at flat, Mesquite, and then you get to San Antonio, and then you see the transition when you get to north. You start to see the rocky terrain, the hill country, and the Zip is in the perfect place where you get to play that. Oh my gosh!
Oh, seriously, dude?
Raven's calling me.
Really?
What's up, man?
What's up? How are you?
I'm good, dude. I'm doing a podcast, and now you're on it.
I'm on the. Okay. Well, thanks for warning me.
Yeah. It was perfect timing, dude.
It's not live, so you're good on that.
Well, that's really good because I almost said some bad stuff. Well, I am just calling to let you know.
Yeah.
The anticipation.
6 hours. I'm heading to you.
In 6 hours, or you're 6 hours
I'm
away?
leaving at 2 a.m. for me, which is 1 a.m. for you.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Sweet, man. Can you just do me a quick favor real quick?
I can do you 0 favors.
Can you say welcome to episode 3 since we don't have an intro right now?
Welcome to episode 3.
Yeah.
Nailed it, bro.
Thanks, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
You're welcome.
All right, brother.
We're
You be
excited to
safe.
see you, Raven.
You too, man.
That's Jason.
See you, Jason. Bye.
Later. Wow, that was perfect. We didn't have an intro. That's a perfect intro.
Yes.
Exactly.
Introduced by Raven NEWSOM himself.
Yes.
My favorite MVP player.
Hey. That's a pretty bold statement right now
Oh, I don't
with
care.
everything that happened, but I'm going to go on a limb and say, yeah,
Mhm.
that's definitely both of ours. Now, getting back to your
I'm not
scary
dissing
story.
Simon,
Dude.
but not dissing Simon at all. I'm just saying.
Come on, dude. We all know what you did there. Your shots are fired. Can't take it back now.
No.
No,
that was
hey,
cool.
you got some kind of a scary story you were getting into.
The Zip. Yes, the Zip. Rocky terrain, hills, hill country. There we go. So we're out there and we're doing the it was the Hill Country Open by Kevin Fullman, Mark Lozano,
The Pro Line guys.
the Pro Line, and they teamed up with us, Lucky Ace. So it was a sweet event. It was our first event, I think, that we did together with somebody.
Yes.
It was at the Zip where we just opened the shop. That was the first time we had any customers in our shop, and it wasn't just a display that they had with their zipline equipment. You remember that?
Yeah.
It wasn't there. It was actually in the place that is now the Lucky Ace.
Yes, the
pro shop
barn.
Yeah,
The Lucky Ace barn, bro.
the barn.
Yeah.
So this was back then, and Lance was caddying for Freddy as Freddy and Mason were battling it out for that tournament. And on the last round, no, it was the second round.
Dude, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I think it was on a warm-up round.
Maybe.
Because there was a couple of us kind of like shagging around, messing around, but it happened at the Zip, and it was either a warm-up round for that tournament or one of the rounds.
No, because
of that
Lance was
tournament.
caddying for Freddy.
Yeah, right.
It was during a round.
He had his bag on.
Yeah, it was during a round, and there's a part where and anybody that's watching or listening will know after the bridge because that bridge is so
The suspension
it
bridge
is
is awesome.
iconic.
Yeah.
After that suspension bridge, there's like a kind of like a cliff almost like to the left.
mean,
where it falls down to where the river
It's
the
like a
creek is.
riverbed, and
Yeah,
where
yeah.
the water's washed away, the river rock.
Exactly. And Lance is caddying for Freddy, and I think Freddy's disc was near there. So Lance is following Freddy. This I'm laughing now, but it scared the hell out of me because Lance somehow slips, and he was a little bit bigger than what you're seeing now.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. I mean,
He was a bigger guy.
This is pre Lucky Ace fitting into the shirt.
Yes,
Lance.
yes, you know
Yes.
the story. Yeah, so he slipped and fell. And he fell and kind of rolled a little bit, but it was literally on the edge of where the ravine drops off.
Like 2 feet from the edge, maybe 1.5 feet, and the bag stopped him from rolling.
Yes.
And the thing is like a 10-foot drop probably, and then there's like a little 2-foot ledge, and then there's another 10-foot drop.
But that drop is like there's this huge rock.
Oh,
that's
it is complete.
And if
death
you
trap.
hit that, yeah, and it would have been a serious situation.
Yeah,
it really would have.
We wouldn't have been having such a great day after that.
No.
Especially Lance.
Yeah, and I just I can't say this.
It was.
I asked him. I was like, "Man, your butt cheeks clench up a little bit." There.
Oh yeah,
you were staying,
dude. And I don't even know if he knew how close he was to sheer death.
There was nothing in the moment. Any of us could do either.
Oh, he was going.
We were watching it happen, and it was one of those things where it's like, I'm not gonna get to him in time.
No, and he was rolling, and he just stopped. Like it was like
I don't know how.
The fact that he just stopped the way he did, that close to the ledge.
One more half turn and he's done.
With no bag on his back, he probably tumbles over because that bag like stopped him and kind of propped him against the edge, which was nothing.
Yeah.
Insane, dude.
And he went on to caddy for Freddy the rest of the weekend.
I think the ratings came out and he was a 10-10 rated caddy still.
I mean, definitely. I mean, most definitely.
He still killed it, bro. He got up with a smile and brushed it off and kept going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he did a great job.
Yeah, always does.
Yeah, it was fun. The tournament was fun. The last round was filmed, and you get to see Freddy and Mason battle it out in the end. I'll let y'all check it out. I won't tell you what happened.
It's earlier on our YouTube channel, so go back and check it out. It's a good video.
Yeah,
really good video.
No, and it was cool seeing our guy out there because at the time we only had Freddy. Mason was just a friend of ours. You know, didn't really know him too well, to be honest with you.
We knew who he was, and we knew what he was about and everything, but we just didn't know him personally yet.
Exactly. And we knew, he's a great player. He was on tour, and he just went toe to toe with Freddy.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can see the results on that on our YouTube channel. But it was cool to see our guy Freddy on film.
Of course.
Seeing Lucky Ace as a new brand, and Freddy represented us so well.
Yeah.
I was even talking to him about that, like just going back. I know it's only been 3 years, but like there was a beginning. There was like a time where Lucky Ace was just not known at all, unless you were in like Northside Chain Gang.
Yeah.
And even then, like not everybody knew about us.
No, it was one of those things where we started from was very word of mouth.
Yeah.
And small social media and a couple aces that were on film, or maybe pictures of aces on Facebook that got tags and cool shirts. But Freddy really put us on the map around the state and really got our name out there. He was known as the guy who comes back to win on the last day. Every single event, man. I mean, it's just he had like a stretch of, I think Michael Infante called him the preacher.
The preacher. I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I think he called him the preacher, man, because he comes and on Sunday he gets the job done. He makes sure he gets paid on Sunday. Yeah, so it's
he's ready to take the collection on Sunday,
and we're excited for him. This year he's taking the jump on tour. He's going to go out on the road, but I mean that kind of circles into something we wanted to talk about was Freddy down in Mexico.
Yeah.
So
he did an event this past weekend. Was it the first tournament, sanctioned tournament in Mexico?
I don't want to mess this up, but I think it's MXC. That's who he works with, that company, right?
Yes.
It's their event, and they ran it out of Mexico, and I believe it's the first one that's been covered. I don't know about
definitely been covered.
Absolutely.
That I know for sure.
And it was on GK Pro.
GK Pro. And they had the likes of Luke Humphreys and Kevin Jones.
Yeah.
Out there competing. So Freddy went out there to kind of represent not just us and Mint, not just us, but his people. He's from there.
Heritage.
That's his culture. Going back to Mexico and playing, I'm sure, I mean, it brings me pride. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure for him it's just like,
dude, it brings me pride. You know what I mean? And just to be like a part of what he's doing is awesome. He was in here right before he left, and I could tell how excited he was. You know, he showed his excitement to be back home for a little while and see his family and see all that and get to play I don't know if he knew then that he was going to be on coverage, but I know that he knew he was going to play
He
some disc
might
golf.
have. I don't know.
I think he might have.
Freddie's real quiet
He
with
is.
stuff like that.
I love it. Yeah, he keeps to himself, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm excited. So, I mean, he made it on coverage the last round.
He
so
did.
You have to go on there and watch it.
I'm no mistake. Yeah, okay. I won't say anything.
No, yeah, I know. But hey, he played really well.
Yeah, he did.
And let's
You
just
definitely want to watch it.
we can say that he shot the hot round.
Yeah.
So that'll make people want to go watch it. He shot the hot round that day.
He did what Freddy does on Sundays,
Yeah.
and that's represent well.
He leaves it all on the course.
Yeah,
That's the thing with Freddy is he goes out there, and if he has a couple mishaps or whatever, a couple bad throws around, he goes out there and he leaves it all out there the last day. That's what I really like about Freddy is he really digs deep, but he just leaves it out there, whether it's good or bad or whatever. And when he's done, you know, and it's that tournament's over and he's on to the next one. And that's what makes him so good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why sometimes you'll see him throw a bad shot and he goes, nah. And when he's in those moods, you better watch out.
Yeah.
Because if he's shaking off bad shots or a bad putt like that, he's coming back for the next 5 that are going to be excellent.
Exactly. So. Yeah. He's known to go on a roll. The last big one that I really liked watching was the Live Oak Summer Open last year that we ran.
Yeah.
He was what? The third card out?
Yeah. Oh, he's third card.
Yeah, he wasn't chase card.
No.
He wasn't lead card. He was third card out.
Insane.
And shot the hot round.
The course record. And
won.
Yeah, I mean, like the fact
he
that
did
he
what
came
Freddy did
from third card and just that's what he does.
Yeah.
Like that's literally like the definition.
The
of
reason
what
I didn't sound is
about.
because I was in my mind. I was like, was it the course record?
Yeah, I know.
I was thinking real quick. That's why I didn't say.
I said it, and I wasn't confident.
Yeah,
but we kind of went together, and I was like, oh, God.
No, I'm pretty sure as far as sanction rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Hey, if it wasn't, props to whoever did shoot the course record because that round was amazing. That round was amazing, man. It was insane.
It's one of our other guys.
And you know what? Crucify me. I said it. I'll own it.
But I think it's sanctioned. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the hot round or the course record. So,
yeah.
And if you've played that course, it's a beautiful course.
Amazing.
It's probably besides the zip. I mean, they're top.
Yeah.
They're both top in San Antonio.
San Antonio area.
I think there was a couple of people on ACDC that did I know Scott did a like a breakdown on the courses, a rating, and why, and he had the zip.
Oh yeah,
number 1, and then Hillside because Live Oak has 2 courses. They have Hillside and Lakeside, and he put Hillside as number 2. And honestly, you can go both. I mean, you can't go wrong with either.
They're great. I mean,
I think Live Oak is definitely the better course.
Yes.
But you get a better experience going to Zip just because you get the whole property.
Absolutely.
You get the crazy zip line stuff going on, and then you get the Madla family and all their craziness too.
Dude, really what you get is the property.
Yeah.
Like that's like the experience that you get there. The history, man, there's like some really old history that's been in that area, and I mean just the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You get on the top of hole 3, and if you don't take a picture, then I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know if you're sick. I don't know if you're not taking a picture or throwing more than 1 disc, then there's something wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
And we should have you checked as soon as we get down to the bottom of this hill.
Yeah.
Because it's just that beautiful. It's one of those spots where like you just hang out for a minute, kind of look over it, take a picture, shoot a video of you throwing down this big old hillside, and then you play the rest of the course. You know, it's a really cool spot. There's horses in the fairways sometimes, and they're just kind of out there hanging out, kind of shooing them out of the way. But, you know, it's just a really cool vibe out there.
Yeah.
A really Texas feeling course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an experience. For
yeah,
sure.
No, definitely. So,
definitely go check them out.
So you have Freddy, and I didn't know this. You're the one that brought it up, but I guess he's also going to be on the skins.
Yeah.
And it has not been released as of yet.
Not yet, but so when you see this or hear this, it'll be
released.
It'll probably be out by then. It'll be on
so
GK
check it out
Pro.
on GK Pro.
And the way they're talking is showing off some of Freddie's personality, and we know how Freddie's got some personality to show off. So we're excited to see
especially when the cameras are on.
Oh man. And he sees a golden opportunity in a skins match. There's a lot of good opportunities for some fun shots, and that's Freddie's style.
It is.
So, and I mean, he's in Mexico, and
I'm sure there was fans following, and I know there's a bunch of Freddy fans in Mexico.
You know what makes me excited about it is like he gets on the film the last round, right? Well, with the skins, it's an even playing field. So he goes in level. Everyone's on the same playing field. They haven't started yet. And during the round, of course, he's got some battling to do and he shoots the hot round. But when he's got that level mentality of like, oh, we're at the same score, man. You know what I mean? Every hole's new. Oh, dude, I'm gonna.
Yeah, not just that. It's when Freddy gets in those modes too, and it's like it's not a rated round.
It's for cash.
Let's have fun.
Yeah.
Let me do some trick shots. Let me do some stuff that people, because Freddy he always does this to mess with us. He'll go up and he'll line up like a backhand.
Crazy shot.
Some crazy looking shot that you're just like, what do you?
No one would ever throw that.
And then he goes and then he throws a totally different shot.
It's like the normal straight shot.
Yeah, like he's just messing with you. Like, you know what I mean? I've seen him do it so many times. So he's a showboat. Freddy definitely loves to show off for the camera.
Yep.
And when you don't have a sanctioned round involved in that, you're going to get the Freddy that we know and we play with every time we go on the disc golf
hey,
course.
it might be even a little bit more comfortable with him being in Mexico. And there's like a bunch
definitely.
of people that are, I don't know the lineup of what's on the skins match, but I'm pretty sure that he's going to be representing the country too. You know what I mean? That's huge for him. And so, I mean, if he's having even kind of a good day, he's going to be really confident.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm excited to see that skins match. So make sure you check it out. We'll be sharing the crap out of it all over Facebook and
we definitely
everything.
will.
So you'll see it for sure. But you're my man, Freddy. Great job, brother.
Great job, Freddy. How did you like the course? Because I know we're going into Mexico, and that's going to be a big question. Like how was the course? How did you feel the course held against these pros? I know I saw some easy holes, and I'm not like at all saying it in a way to be negative.
No,
you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying like, there's obviously now we see there's a following.
Yeah. I think it's like a learning curve kind of. Like we've had, I mean, if you look at European style courses, they're huge and great and amazing and very beautiful and long and tough shots. And it's an evolution of the sport. And now you start to see it here where a lot of these different courses and these pop-up courses are really catering to more tougher shots and score separation and OB in these spots where there was not OB last year, the year before, to create that separation. I think with it in Mexico is just kind of a newer thing for that sport, and I'm not saying that disc golf wasn't there. I'm saying that for it to have attention on it and for like GK to be there and for a tournament with Luke Humphreys and Kevin Jones sitting there doing, talking and all that, it's huge.
Yeah.
That's very new for them. So I think that these courses that they have to choose from are a little far and few between. And I think that in the future, you're going to see a lot. It was beautiful. It was a great course. There was some shorter holes.
Yeah.
There was a lot of birdies to be had. I think Kevin Jones said every hole is birdieable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the difference. That's where you're going to see the double-digit down rounds. But at the same time, it was beautiful. It was a very park-friendly course with some great shots and some cool little unique shots and some tough putts and some really cool feel to it. I really liked it.
It's cool, and I hope it does pick up because what excites me, I've been there before. There's so much more that Mexico has to offer as far as like the country and the park golf is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, of course.
So when if it does blow up and then the money's put into it, I mean, Mexico could be a really nice stop,
dude,
on even like a pro tour event.
Oh, it's beautiful, man. The landscape is gorgeous there. And
yeah,
you know there's pockets that are like hidden
it's
gems
beautiful.
that
and
they could really do something.
There's so much like different countrysides over there that I'm just praying that it does happen because I'd like to see more courses out there. I'd like to see a pro tour event out there. I think that would be the coolest thing for not just the sport of disc golf, but for all those kids over there. I know the last name Macbeth, you don't think of a Hispanic person, but he is Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? Like, seeing what if we get another Pablo to come out of that batch, another Freddie, you know what I'm saying?
Dude,
like,
there's huge.
There's a lot of great athletes over there, and they just, they don't know the sport. And if we can grow it, I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think so too.
A pro tour event would be awesome over there.
Yeah, I mean, it's an untapped territory for the PDGA or disc golf in general, to where, I mean, MXC.
Yeah, so I was thinking that right when you were saying that. Shouts out to them. Shout out to
guys.
MX, disc golf, because you know, I've talked to
Great
them.
people.
Yeah, they're great people. We talked to them plenty of times. They've had this vision, and they've been talking about this for a long time.
Putting the work in.
Part of it, when they were approaching me, was like, "Hey, you think Freddy will go out there?" And this is before they sponsor him. They sponsor him as well. And I was like, "I'll talk to him." Like, and I think it was a great opportunity, and I really wanted him to go, and I'm glad he did.
Yeah.
Because that was awesome to see.
Dude, it was so big, man. Like a lot of these bigger tournaments that we were at last year, where Freddy was able to be at, we seen them there with them. And they were supporting. They were in the tent with us. They were there after Freddy with the rounds. They were
playing with little Freddy.
Yeah. I mean, it was a very cool vibe, a really cool thing to see that kind of sponsorship and that kind of vibe coming from just like a family feel, you know? And I think it means a lot to Freddy. I mean, I know that Freddy is very invested in what he does, and he likes to feel taken care of, and like he is he's worth it, you know, and that's what he likes to. He just likes to be felt taken care of, and I know that about Freddy, and it's a big thing that he deserves it, you know. So thank you, MXC, man, for really putting our man on the map even more than he has himself. You know, I mean, he's done a great job with it, but they see the potential. MXC, right?
Are you sure? That was MX Disc Golf. Why don't we just look it up real quick, just so we can make sure we get it right? Because we don't want to promote somebody else and be like, they did the first disc golf tournament in Mexico. And
showing them a lot of love.
It is.
I know, right?
It is MX Disc Golf.
MX Disc Golf.
Yes.
Yeah. MX
Sorry
Disc
about that,
Golf.
y'all.
No, you're good, dude.
Yeah, good thing you said that before, though.
Yeah. Because I remember it being MX Disc Golf. But yeah, shouts out to them for making that happen. I mean, they had Luke Humphreys, GK Pro, KJ USA.
Yeah. Pulling some strings, man, and really putting.
And there were some other good players over there that I haven't heard of, but there were some pretty good players.
Some really good players, man. And I mean, it wasn't a massive field.
Yeah.
It wasn't crazy, but it was a big enough field with the notable names to be like, wow, this is a really cool tournament. This is something special. Yeah. Especially for Mexico, man. It's something special for Mexico disc golf. That's what's big.
And, you know, a lot of the terrain, too, is kind of like South Texas type disc golf.
Yep.
Which kind of brings me to another very important person on the team that we have, and that's Justin Davis.
Yeah.
What's up?
What up, man?
What's going on?
What's up, homie?
This is Jay and Jason with the Lucky Ace podcast. You're live, bro, so don't say anything bad. Nothing incriminating.
Or if it's bad, make sure it's fun at least.
Never.
What's up, homie? How are you tonight, man?
Man, I'm chilling. What you guys up to?
Not much, dude. Just sitting in here looking at cameras, talking into microphones, dude.
I dig it.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. We were talking about, you know, all things disc golf. We were talking about courses, and then we were like, you know what? Let's hit up Justin because I think he knows a little bit about courses.
For sure. We're trying to work on this one, get it open for everybody pretty soon.
I think it's called Turkey Ridge, correct?
Yeah, Turkey Ridge Disc Golf Complex outside of Seguin.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, what's the dirty details on something about the Turkey Ridge?
Well, first off, for those who don't know Justin, he did put together the Zip. So I know everybody's been out to our shop at the Zip. Justin actually designed that course, and not just designed it, do what he's doing on this course as well. He put blood, sweat, and tears into it as well.
Yeah.
So if you want an idea of who's designing this new course and who Justin Davis is, he designed the Zip, so he's a badass. Okay, go continue.
Yeah, continue. I was just nailed it, dude. By the way, it's a gorgeous property, and Justin just really put the time and effort in to make every little nook and cranny of that place awesome.
Yep.
He used every bit of piece of property he could, and he really made that place special.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So on top of that, we know we're looking at something good coming up. We're just curious at are we talking real long course? Are we talking short course? What do you got, man? You got to have some kind of details on it. Yeah. And okay.
Yeah. How many? I love telling everybody that. We're working on putting 2 full 18-hole courses and a 9-hole par 2 quick course around the camping area.
Oh man,
camping. You hear that?
Yeah,
Really
camping
looking
area.
forward to- Yes, camping.
Dude, that's awesome. Are you gonna have like RV camping, or is it just gonna be rustic camping, or both? Or
Yeah, no, we totally plan on having some pad sites out there eventually. Potentially a few cottages so people can come stay, do some stay and play packages,
oh yeah,
and primitive as well too. So we're gonna try to be that little one-stop shop for the San Antonio area.
a little disc golf getaway, huh?
Yeah, and it should have we'll have 3 courses over there, and they'll range from difficulty. The par 2 being more kid friendly, family friendly, ace runs for us type of guys.
Love it.
For Jason. Good.
Yeah,
For Jason.
Ace runs for me, right? Not the kid thing, though.
Freddy jump putts.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, dude, that's so awesome, man. So, what's the details? When are we gonna be able to go and play any of these?
So we're hopeful that we can be done with this first course that we're working on right now by the end of February.
Okay.
And get it open. We're supposed to have an event sometime in March over there, so we kind of need to start pushing it a little bit harder. So
I love it.
We're hoping by another month at the latest.
Okay, that's awesome,
Nice.
man. And then
And that was the course that I played at, the few holes that we played.
Yeah. We just played the wooded area, what I like to call wooded area, and then we're just waiting to purchase a tractor so we can get in there, start cutting in all the open holes. I hand painted 600 white stakes for OB, so we'll have white stakes and rope everywhere.
Oh my goodness!
I talked to him.
Any when you come out there,
please.
I talked to him a few of those days that he was doing it. It was you could tell it was on his mind.
Oh, Justin, you're painting stakes today, aren't you? Yeah.
Yes.
Man, so hey, just to give people that aren't quite sure with that area, what kind of course is it looking like? Is it real hilly? Is it sandy? We got a lot of trees. What kind of trees?
Yeah, so there is a little bit of elevation to it. If anybody's ever been out to Moody's, it's kind of like that, some rolling hills to it. And then in the wooded section, what I really like about the property is we might have maybe 6 cedar trees out there, maybe. So
nice.
It's all oak tree, persimmon. And it's really going to look nice. We're going to open it up and get it playable, but Colton and myself, we probably won't be done with this course for another year or so.
Sure.
We want to make it one of the nicest courses in the area, and it definitely has the potential to be that.
Amazing, man. That's so amazing. So with the other courses, sorry, brother.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. I think a lot of the tournament style players and even casual players are really going to dig it. It's going to be in the 9,000 foot range by the time we're done with it. So
yeah,
it's going to be long.
So talk a little bit about that, because I know when you first got the property, there was that question, like, should we go all out? Should we make this pro tour event type course and make it super tough? And I remember you talking about that, and then I think we decided, or you decided on maybe going different and maybe having 3 different levels. And I think that's smart. I think that's great. But you want to talk about that and how you process?
Yeah, definitely. We had envisioned at the very beginning of purchasing the property to build that oh my gosh course, you know what I mean, that attracted the tour and the highest players in the country, but at the same time I wanted to give back to our area. That's what I like to do a lot, is to give back to Texas and give back to the San Antonio area. And I felt like if we did that, we were only limiting ourselves to those top tier players.
That's a good point, man. That's a great point.
Right. With having 3 different tiers of courses, we could get somebody in here who's brand new and they'll start on, the par 2 course. And by the, a year or two from now, they're over there shredding on the big course. And that's what we see, we're built. I mean, it is still going to be a course that could potentially host an event out there of that caliber. But we want to primarily focus with the Texas disc golf scene and anybody outside of that, but we really want to give back to the Texas disc golf scene.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing. And I'll tell you, man, we don't always like to play on those hard courses all the time. That's not like, there's a lot of times where just going out on a pitch and putt course is fine.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, for example, like what I told Justin the story too of our experience at one of the best courses I've ever been to, which was drawing a blank. I got an ace there. Eagles Crossing.
Oh,
yeah.
Never heard of it, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
right.
It's so beautiful. I had such when I got there, I mean, it's like Jurassic Park, like, you know what I mean? The music playing and
everything. We literally played the Jurassic Park.
I know. It was funny. But it was that type of property and it was great. And I started playing the longs and I started playing. And unfortunately, I realized it too late because we only had 3 more holes left, but I was not having a good time. I was right. Playing a course that was way out of my caliber. Like I'm not that type of player. I didn't have fun on a beautiful course like that. So I think it's smart to make sure that you have, the top course, because I've been to the property where he was telling me hole 1, is that where we were at? Where that area that up top
by the
where the shop's going to be. Is that what you said?
Yep. Pro shop, hole 1's tee box, hole 18's basket.
It's beautiful, man.
It's going to be a lot happening right there at that headquarters.
It's very, I mean, it starts off open and you're looking and it's like his vision when he's showing me where the lines are going to be and how it's going to be set up is very, like USDGC type lines. Like he's really thinking it through because it is open on the first few holes. And then you get into that woods and it's different.
Yeah.
Sick.
I love those courses though. They have a great mixture. It's like it gives you that wooded technicality, but then also those open shots, a couple longer stuff. Not saying it can't be technical too, but that's also where a lot of that OB comes into play. And a lot of the different lines and using trees and stuff on the property. And I mean, like he said, a lot of oak trees. So probably some bigger trees, some more mature trees. And that's tough to come by. Yeah. Finding a good property with mature trees and I don't even know, but I'm just going by what he's saying and where it's at. It's got to be. I know it's a gem.
Yeah, it's like we were talking about the hill country. So you get those kind of. It's not as like hill country as a zip. You don't get like those big hills, but you still have elevation that can end up being like it's just not that straight drop like the zip might have.
Probably more rolling, right?
But there's also not a lot of rocks.
Yeah.
Exactly. A lot more rolling hill. And what's cool about it, how we kind of designed it is you'll play a couple holes out into the wide open, then you go into the woods for a few holes, and you come loop around, you're back into the open, and then back into the woods, and then back out of it. So where we kind of want to make you not feel so comfortable during the round, especially in a tournament play.
Love it.
We want you to feel that stress when you're in the open. And like Jay said, you see that USDGC style out of bounds stakes and undulations in the fairways, nothing straight cut. It's going to be a mental test a lot more than it might be a physical test out there.
I love that, man. I love how you think it out. I love where your head's at with the whole thing. It really showed with the last course that you installed about how your preparation and your dedication to everything really showed through, and everybody sees it. Yeah, everybody sees it, man. Everyone who goes to the Zip, they know that they're seeing something special, and it's not just the property.
You also have some other news about it that I think is really going to be cool and going to make it super unique. So that it won't be so taxing on your body.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man. We're really looking forward to this. So hopefully by the time we're done with the part 2 area and obviously have the pro shop up there and stuff, we're gonna buy some golf carts. So people have the ability to rent some golf carts and and use them anywhere on the property.
Man,
Yeah.
You know?
So, and I see you can see while you're playing, I can see the little lines that they have for the golf carts. So there'll be an area where the carts can go.
Yeah.
And it flows well. With the
Yes.
holes that I played, it flowed perfect.
That's awesome.
So,
dude.
so like, yeah, you can get out there and you can play not just one, not just two. You can play like 3 different rounds if you really wanted to.
Well, and that's what I can see kind of what his vision is here.
Yeah.
Is like, come out, stay in a cabin for the weekend, maybe play around the first day you get there, you're a little beat up, and then the next day you're there, you go hard, you play maybe all 3 courses, or maybe you play your favorite course once and then the par 2 course a couple times, you know. So I can see, and I know Justin, you know, throwing some golf carts so that way we can play more golf. You know, that way they're not getting just beat up. I love it, dude. That's so cool, man. Big things happening over there, bro. I just want to say I don't get a chance. I know you're over on the other side of San Antonio and the other side of the Lucky Ace world. So from me, man, I appreciate everything that you've done for Lucky Ace, and you've done a ton, dude. You've really put us on the map early with a lot of things, and the zip line being the biggest one. I mean, you really got us in there and really helped with the whole promotion of Lucky Ace through a brick and mortar shop and getting our name on a course with a company. And yeah, man, I just want to make sure that everyone knows what you've done for Lucky Ace and as a whole for us as friends, as like, awesome, dude. Thank you.
And not just that too. He's also like, I mean, he wasn't at the time, but it seemed like he was just always such a big ambassador for Mint, even from the get-go.
Yeah.
So, you know, he is now an ambassador, but before he wasn't, and yet he was acting in that, and he got us this relationship that we have with Mint, which translated into now like a big partnership with Mason and Mint. So
absolutely,
none of that happens really if you think about it. It doesn't really happen without Justin.
There's a lot of really big things that happen for Lucky Ace
with people that don't necessarily always get that shine, but they're just as important. So we definitely appreciate you, man, and we thank you for everything.
For sure, and it goes the same way, you know. Hopefully here in the next couple months or so, we might have a second Lucky Ace layer, maybe, huh?
Hey. Look at him throw it.
Love that, dude.
There we go.
Hey, you got to stretch, you know.
Yeah, dude. No, I love it, man. You know, I also what I wanted to bring you on too is kind of talk about your courses and stuff like that. I know, and I don't know if this is something you're still doing, but just to let everybody know, you are also thinking about pursuing a business and designing courses. Am I correct?
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually speaking to a couple different people right now that have property. One being wanting to have a championship level course out on their land. So that's definitely a route that I can see myself taking. I enjoy it. I enjoy the aspect of walking the properties, looking at the land, kind of coming up with ideas in my head, and then going back out there and just making it happen. That's what brings joy.
You know, one of my favorite things you said before, I don't know if you remember, but when we were talking about you designing the zip, I think we were at Ledgestone that year, and that's the thing. He travels a lot. He used to pick like a tournament that was out of the state. He'd go with Strick, right? You and Strick would always go out.
Yep. He's Strick.
So Justin would tell me, he'd be like, you know, I go to these courses and I like to see, because a lot of it are way more established. They've been there for a long time, you know, like in Illinois, all that disc golf where Ledgestone's at is beautiful. Justin would take the holes that he has seen out there and then bring them back to Texas. Yeah. And I think that's cool because that's something that Texas needed instead of these like wide open courses that don't really have much taste to them. You know what I mean? They're like, pretty bland.
I'm just going to throw a tree in the middle of the fairway and hey, that's a good disc golf hole. You know what I mean?
I think hole 7 at the Zip is just like one of those holes that you don't see in the area. And that's Justin's vision. I remember him talking about it. I remember him being like, yeah, it was supposed to be here. And then Rodney went ahead and stuck it over here.
Not Rodney, dude. He would never do anything like that.
But then we went back and he
happens. His property, you know.
No, I know. I'm just giving him a hard time.
Now we've got that green light to do whatever and wherever we want. So I'm super stoked for that aspect of.
And there is a hole. There is a hole, and if I'm not mistaken, it is hole 7 as well on Justin's property that's very similar. Very
Oh,
cool.
really? So we got a
yeah.
theme with hole sevens.
I
huh?
guess so, man.
Little elevation
It was an
change, a little
accident.
shot shape.
Complete accident too. Colton and I have been the only ones working on the property right now, and we've done it all by hand. Minus hiring a company to come in and chip up all the trees we've knocked down, but we've done the whole course by ourselves, but with our hands and a chainsaw. And
Shout out to Colton. That's
Colton.
Justin's brother, and he's part of the team as well.
Yeah. Oh, Colton.
Boy works.
Yeah, that boy works hard. Yeah.
Hard,
Yeah.
man.
So yeah, man, we were just in the fairway, and I was looking back at the tee box and then looking across the ravine, and I was just telling myself, like, man, this is exactly like hole 7 at the Zip. Granted, our tee box area has about 60 more trees in your way.
Yeah. It does.
But it's the same. You throw down from an elevated area to shy of a creek, and then across the creek will be the basket area. And once I noticed that, and we figured out where the green was going, I saw a tree right next to the other green that is literally similar to hole 6 at the Zip, where you're teeing from a tree line.
In the tree.
Really?
I had to, I love that. I love the Zip. I love the property so much. So I had to incorporate something that can remind me of that place.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. And that hole that he's talking about is real cool. I know Justin hasn't been there, but the Angry Beaver course that we played with Raven in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Hole 1.
Okay.
I'm talking not the whole hole, but like the first, like
Yes.
you had to shoot downhill and all those trees
are in there. Yeah.
and it's scary just to
You
get
have to
down
shape
there.
it.
Now the basket's down there. Where that basket is where you want to land.
Oh, okay.
At Justin's
Yeah.
place. Yeah, it's crazy.
And now it's like, all right, so you've made it through the.
And North
obstacle
Carolina
number
golf is
1.
great. We talked about this already. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
probably the best place in area for disc golf. So
Yeah.
for Justin to have like a little piece of that on his property in Seguin.
Any kind of reference to North Carolina disc golf is a win.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think everybody's going to really like the wooded area of it. We didn't want to make it too tough in that area because me personally feel like the open holes are going to be where it's going to be very tough and more technical than you would think an open hole would be.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. That sounds like
Love
I'm
it.
excited to get out there and look at it, bro. I've not only do I need to get out and see you, I need to get out there and see that property, dude. I want to get out there and see what you've done with it. I know it's gonna be something special. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your future, bro.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I got this thing, dude. It's like selling these plastic toys, man. I'll be up at the shop all day tomorrow, my man.
Have you guys out anytime. Like we said, we're trying to get it ready by the last week of February, potentially sooner, but that's kind of the set date for us right now. So
awesome, man.
We'll definitely work out a big event there.
Of course.
As soon as it's ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
We're ready. We're ready for it.
Perfect, bro.
And where can we get in touch with you? Where can we check the progress on the course? Is there a Facebook page or is there like an Instagram or something you're gonna set up?
So we'll be working on a Facebook page either tomorrow or the day after that, since we're getting a little bit there. We are on UDisc right now under Turkey Ridge Disc Golf Complex. It does show closed, and it is closed until we make that grand announcement. So yeah, be on the lookout for a new Facebook page in the next couple days. And like we said, we should be opened up hopefully here in the next month.
Nice, awesome. Dude. Well, you didn't hear, but at the beginning of the podcast, Raven called in and told us he's taking off at like 2 a.m. So when he gets here, we'll have to plan a trip so we can all check it out with him and get some footage.
Bring them. Let's go.
Let's go. Hey, well, Justin, I appreciate you coming on, man. Man, thanks for everything.
For sure, guys. Y'all have a good one. It's nice talking to y'all. We'll see y'all soon.
Thank you, brother. You have a great night, bro.
Later, man.
Yeah. Later, guys.
Sweet.
Love him, dude.
Yeah? Excited?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been excited since day one of hearing about this.
Yeah.
Because he was going to have so much property to play with.
Oh yeah.
And
it's a ton, dude.
No restrictions either. It's his property.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that he was like tied down or anything at the zip, but you also have to respect other people's property.
Course.
You can only do so much. Your visions are only so
Not only
big.
that, but they have the zip line. They have the business there that you have to like. I mean, obviously that takes priority over the disc golf because it makes them
of
a
course.
living. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's the family business.
Exactly.
I mean, you're coming in to put a disc golf company on their property and they're gracious enough to let you come out. You have to respect their property.
But Justin, he's got free reign and he can do whatever he wants with his property now.
Dude. And I can tell he's excited.
It's I mean, when you get there, you're gonna get excited. I mean, I know you are now, but when you see it, you're gonna be like, oh my God, like this is insane. I remember standing where he was talking about where the pro shop's going to be. I mean, it is such a beautiful, I mean, you can, and he's like, look over there, that's hole 7. And I'm like looking, I'm like, I can't even,
that's what,
that's
bro.
how far it is. And I'm like, that's still your property, dude?
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Not only that, that's still the layout.
Wow. That's awesome.
And that's only hole 7.
Yeah. And that's only hole 7.
Yeah.
You said there's carts, right?
Yeah. I was like, where are they?
Yeah. I thought we were getting those first.
Yeah. You said they were going to be here. No, but it's exciting.
And he's a humble guy. So when he says that something he's like excited about and something's good, it's not because he's like promoting his own stuff. It's because he's excited about it. He doesn't want to show it off unless it's good.
No. And Justin, and I feel he's like me, like you are, like we're kind of the same. I don't ever want to overhype things sometimes, like because I don't want the expectation to not be met.
Of course.
And with people like that, they pay attention to detail. They make sure that everything is taken care of before they open for Justin.
Yep.
And that's how it's gonna be.
Yep. You under promise and over deliver every time. That's what.
And he got those MVP baskets, the black portals.
Yeah.
Man, solid.
Good baskets.
They catch my discs.
Hey, I like them, man. I
have a problem with the disc catch in the basket.
Yeah. First, it's all about technique and form, and then after that, it catches.
Yeah.
You have to hit them about here. Somewhere. Yeah.
That
not
one,
here.
That one doesn't do me.
Yeah, this one's one of the broken ones.
It's broken.
We traded in though.
Nah.
We get it's the archer, not the arrow, huh, Raven?
What's the deal with these discs? I know you brought them out for
All
something.
right,
right?
yeah. So I mean, I'm just kind of showing off that we've got a new restock of some Diamondbacks and some Freetails, and we got a couple gems.
That Diamondback looks a little different than the one that I'm used to, though.
So like this one's not swirly, this one's swirly. I don't, right? What's the difference?
Yeah.
It's because these ones.
Where's the snake? There's not a snake on there, is there?
Hey, yeah. No, there's a
is.
snake. There is a snake, and it's the Mason Ford Tour Series Diamondbacks.
I was trying to get you to say
I
that.
seen what you were doing there. You were baiting me.
You didn't give it to me either.
And I was trying. I was making you work for it. But the special thing about these is there's not as many. So we got a handful on just a few, and what we want to do is
give away the one that we really don't have much of.
Yeah, maybe we'll just give one of these away.
Look at how we treat our viewers. We give you the goods. I guarantee you there's only about 5 of those in our stash.
Yeah. If that, I think there's only 4 now. Because
we're
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give this baby away. What we want everybody out there to do to win this bad boy, when this episode airs, we want you to go on the YouTube channel and subscribe to Lucky Ace TV.
Like and subscribe.
And then comment something fun on the bottom. What are we thinking? We got to get them to comment something fun.
Your first ace.
Your first ace.
And if you have a lucky ace, we would love to hear your first lucky ace story.
Hey, either a first ace and all we need is a location, and maybe how old you were or something, how long you've been playing, something like that. And if you do have a cool lucky ace story or where it kicked off a tree or skipped and then bounced off someone's grandma's walker and then rolled up and jumped in the basket and then fell to the tree. I don't know, man. Maybe you have something like that. And if you do, we want it.
So tell us your story. And then we'll pick a winner when?
It'll release on Monday. You have Tuesday, and then Wednesday we'll draw. So Wednesday during shop hours, we'll draw for it. We'll make a little video.
Live? Sure, do it live. Or maybe we should even get Mason involved. See which he can pick his favorite lucky ace story from the comments.
Okay, Mason will pick.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, we'll have Mason pick. Then.
Yep. So we'll have Mason pick from either the coolest story of an ace or just the one he picks because he's the one who gets to pick.
We'll get to we'll have him pick randomly.
Yeah, I love it.
But if you have a cool story, you're randomly Picking might be a little bit better.
Yeah. And if it makes him even kind of laugh a little bit, maybe it'll even be.
Maybe he'll randomly
better.
like it and then randomly pick you randomly.
Maybe. I mean, who knows? No one really knows, but
Randomly.
this one right here, and I believe it is a money stamp. Just the snake, though, because it's cool, and it's the only thing that's got that different colored foil, which is a really cool. Can we just give a shout out to Mint and how they've been doing these different color foils?
Oh, real quick. Let me...
So cool, man. They have been killing these foils.
Alan tagged me and told me who the guy is.
Uh-oh. We've got some closure on the Mint stamping genius.
And I don't know.
The magician himself.
And we have so many. I don't know.
The man of the hour. One
hold
who
on.
whips up the magic.
Hold on.
I can only come up with so many of these, Jay. You got to hurry up, dude.
I am. I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to bring somebody else on.
Please leave your message for 21.
We don't like that.
Well, we will add it in right there.
Yeah, we'll add it, and that'll be the title of the show. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, but they do a great job. We're gonna be. I talked to J-Dub. J-Dub's also gonna come on the show, which is our artist, and we're also gonna plan a trip to go to the new Mint warehouse and Austin Beer Works and kind of see what they got, and then show J-Dub as far as the artist side of it, the stamping and what his limitations are,
why he can't do some of the
why
things.
he can't do some of his stamps on there, and what he can do. So he just wants to. He's hands on, J-Dub.
Oh, love it, dude, love it.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll go ahead and give away this one. The Apex Swirl is what it is. But yeah, we just stocked up on a bunch of those, and as you heard from the last podcast, we're gonna have plenty of Mason Ford stamp mid discs.
Oh yeah,
and
maybe some special stuff, and
maybe some stuff that I shouldn't even have said.
Maybe something we weren't supposed to talk about, dude. But hey,
I'm so glad I only said one thing that I wasn't supposed to.
Because there's a lot more.
Yeah, there's a lot.
The list goes on and on.
There's a list, and then there's months with those lists, and there's a lot on each month, and I'm like, and then there was pick a mold in whatever plastic you want.
And they're gonna take Jay off that email thread if he doesn't quit doing what he's doing right now.
Yeah, and new molds.
Oh, so
wait. Did you do the beep?
I can't.
They heard none of it.
Should we call someone first before? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, we're starting the hype, man.
Oh yeah, I love it.
They definitely deserve all the recognition they're getting because the plastic is just so amazing. So shout out to Mint again.
Yep.
Thank you again for the partnership that you have with us, and then just for being cool dudes.
Hey, and speaking of Mint, there was an event. It's going to be 2 weekends ago now, but the last weekend when we're recording that, the Wildflower Tour.
Yes.
And that's powered by
Mint.
Lovely ladies over at Mint.
Yeah.
And they, I think they call themselves the Wolfpack.
Yes.
I think it's Chrissy Fountain, Stephanie Vincent, and Des Redding.
Yes.
Is the Wolfpack over at Mint. And they're got this whole tour planned across Texas that's a ladies only event. And I know they got 106 ladies for the first event at a ladies only event, which is got to be kind of monumental, at least in Texas.
I would think so.
It's the biggest one I've heard of.
The biggest one that I know of. They ran last year at the WTF Open.
Yeah.
And that had like 70 women.
It was very successful.
Yeah.
And they just came out this year and ramped it up and said, all right, instead of just running one event, we'll run a whole tour of events.
Mm-hmm.
And they really go above and beyond for all the ladies in these events. And they've got pros out there. I think Sarah Holcomb was out there this time, and they had Des Redding's there, obviously, helping run these things. So, some big names attached to these women's only events. And I guarantee you're going to see a lot of talk about this later and about a lot of people adopting this style event where it's a
ladies
female only because, unfortunately, there's just a lot less females in the sport. And it's not because of...
And we make females uncomfortable.
Of course. That's just something that...
We're weird. So it's... I like it. I think it's better. I think it provides a better environment to grow the sport on the ladies' side, learning from other ladies instead of having dudes. Hey, and it's not a knock on dudes. I'm just saying sometimes we don't understand our boundaries.
Well, that's it, and sometimes we come off a little bit more
too much when we get excited about something, you know what I mean? And it's just overbearing.
It's more of a thing of like, we're playing at a certain level, and then maybe we're not happy at the level we're playing at. But if they were playing at that level, they would be happy about it. So we talked about this before.
Yeah, we did.
And about how, like, even though you don't think that your shot was good, when you're vocal or you make an opinion on that, maybe that's someone else's best shot. And so, like, when you have a whole female class of players that are proud of their work and, you know, just kind of feel demoralized sometimes, I love seeing these kind of events because now they get to build each other up. And that's the thing when you go and check out these kind of spots and these events and these different players playing, is everyone is about building each other up.
Yeah.
And it's not about the competition as much.
That's how the ladies are in this sport. That's how they really are. I mean, it's funny. I want to bring up one of your last aces on film. You were on a card. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't remember, dude.
So Jason was like, you were like really late to get into the tournament.
Night before.
Yeah. The only way.
Shout out Griff. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Thanks, Griff. The only reason that you were able to play is because the ladies allowed you to play on their card with them.
Yeah. And he asked just to make sure it was cool with everyone. And I was like, of course, you know, and he asked them, not me, you know, just to make sure that it was okay.
And it looked like you had a great time.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I got on to the FBO card the day before I signed up for the Fairway to Heaven.
Yes.
Yep. Fairway to Heaven. And I got
presented
to play
by
with
Gorilla Disc Golf.
Meredith Gear, Chrissy Fontaine, and Shannon Barker.
Yes.
And
all amazing women.
An amazing card. We were having so much fun playing through this. And we get to hole 11. And I don't know if anybody's ever played Winwood Presbyterian.
You couldn't say it right on the last YouTube
I did
video.
It, dude. I nailed it.
Presbyterian.
Presbyterian. That's what I said, dude. And so if anybody's ever played there, it's hole 11. And
over
the big old ravine. It's got a pretty good size
over
ravine.
The drainage ditch or whatever.
Everybody says it. They're like, man, I've never throw that whole gun. I go, yeah, you know, I've never been past the basket before.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in the circle a couple times, but it's a 411-foot hole. It goes over a ravine and it comes into like this little it's a pretty large tunnel, but it's like a tunnel of trees.
Yeah.
And I threw an Enigma on a forehand and Heiser flipped it and went right at the basket, just flipped up and went right by the trees on the left side and crashed back through, didn't touch anything, or if it did, I didn't see it, and air to chain forehand aced it.
Yep.
And the crazy thing was Meredith happened to be playing around with her phone and she just happened to set it on the bench, and it's not like a super high quality video, but she got my reaction.
Yeah. That was the most important part.
I threw it and I'm standing there and I'm thinking the whole time when it hits the trees right by the basket, whoa, I don't usually get to that spot. And then it goes in, and my reaction says it all. And you can find the video on YouTube on Facebook. And it was super cool because it was with 3 FPO girls.
And they were just as excited as you
Oh
were.
my goodness. We were all, I'm dancing around on the tee pad.
They go girl to Jason.
Oh yeah.
And he absolutely loved it.
They were trying to get me up on their shoulders, but they just couldn't get me up there. And it was understandable. It was amazing. It was super cool. And honestly, I mean, it's the coolest ace I ever had. It's the farthest ace I ever had. Whatever. Tournament ace, all that. Super cool. But the vibe of the card and who I was with was what made it even better.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, it was such a genuine, like, happy for me, like, happy for the whole situation of the day and the vibe. And it wasn't just like hey, nice shot. No, we talked about that the whole round, and everyone was excited and we were high-fiving, and it made their day. It made my year. It was amazing. So the ladies made that.
Yeah,
you know, they made that what that was.
So it's important, like, when we see these events happening, that Mint and the Mint ladies, the Wolfpack, excuse me.
Yeah.
Ran. You know what I mean? It's amazing. I don't even know if they understand how much they're growing the sport.
It's
because they're having so much fun doing it. You know what I mean?
Know.
But we went from 70 last year. Now you're at 106. What's going to happen next year?
Exactly.
And then they also have the U.S. Women's Masters event they're going to be running next year,
which is huge. So
like,
big.
Yeah, I mean that is like they are blazing that path for the ladies, and they're doing it well.
It's really awesome to see these organizations down here, like Chicks Chasing Chains and the Wolfpack, the girls over at Mint Disc, really like put together, give girls an outlet to get out there too. You know what I mean? To give them a chance to kind of go out and compete at different levels and have their own events and get that feeling of like, oh, okay, I'm playing good, but all these other guys and all these other people are all playing so much better than me. No, this is your event.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get like Nikki Wyatt, because she started the Chicks Chasing Chain. We're gonna have to get her on here
I think it's a great
one
idea.
episode, and just like her thought process on why she started well, I think I know why, obviously, what we're talking about right now.
Of course.
But like, I want to hear from her, you know, and how
origin.
she went about. Yeah, I want to hear it.
Yeah,
I think it's a great
story.
story. I think it's something that needs to be told.
I do too.
Because she created such a big following with Chicks Chasing Chains that, you know, there's chapters all over.
Yeah. The country.
Should I say the world?
Well, I know the country for sure.
Yeah.
I know the country for sure. I know there's like Washington and Oregon or somewhere else, but I know that Texas has multiple chapters.
Yeah.
So it's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
I mean, she's been putting so much work into this for so many years now. There's been a lot of years that she's been working on this. So I think it would be a great idea.
Yeah, we should get her on here. We're gonna get her on here.
Yeah. How are we at?
Hour 10.
Hour 10. Okay.
Yeah, but maybe it's good content.
No, and the thing is we got so much content. That's the beauty of it. You know, we've been doing this we've been having these memories for 3 years now with Lucky Ace. So, you know, we have plenty to tell.
Especially when we start to scrape into it a little bit, then it kind of gets into like the stories and the stuff.
And then we can go off about all of our players. I mean, there's players that we haven't even talked about.
Oh, I know.
And they're so vital, and I can't wait to.
And we get to kind of sprinkle them in throughout the episode.
Exactly.
Which is nice.
And now we have this platform to kind of bring them on now and show them off and show the world, the disc golf world. How special they are and why we're so proud of the people that we picked to be on the team, because
why it's an exclusive thing
and why it is exclusive, because we'll go into detail about that, but that is like one of the number one things that everybody's always asking is like, how do I get on the team?
And that'll be most of an episode.
How you get on the team, and it's not something that is, and unfortunately, like, you might not like the answer because sometimes I don't even know.
Yeah, it's the truth.
It just happens organically. It really does. Like AJ, I mean, look.
Literally.
I didn't even know this guy.
We did not plan
just a few weeks ago, and now he's like, I'm seeing him every day.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. Yeah, I'm breaking your stuff now. And making myself at home, you know?
He broke the TV. Let's just put it out there.
Yeah.
Before this pod started, I was watching my basketball game. Everybody knows me. I love my basketball game. And AJ's just nonchalantly knocked his light over and broke the TV.
So funny after the fact. Like I didn't even know what happened, dude. I was taking a picture to put on the story and I look back and
yeah, it happens, man.
Yeah, it was so funny, bro. It was
and I told him, I was just like, it's all right, bro.
No,
you just make a couple extra videos.
Yeah. We'll be good. These podcasts are paying off, man.
Yeah,
These podcasts are paying off.
No, they are. Thank you, AJ.
No
I
problem.
appreciate it. I'm starting to see the results. And we wouldn't be getting these quick results from this podcast if it wasn't for you.
Yeah, it's true. That's true, 100%.
I've spent my goodwill on the TV, so we're good. We're back to zero.
Yeah. We're back to zero now. Now you really got to
one
the
thing
events.
The
events that we've been running. We had 2 of them go on this weekend, right?
Yes, we
Saturday
had
and Sunday.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was
weekend.
Wednesday.
Yes, it was Wednesday and Sunday. So Brian ran the Sunday singles at McDade, very successful, over 40 people. Wednesday was ran at Stonebridge, 30 people. So I mean, we've been having some really good events to tick up again, and people are really excited for these flex starts. This week we'll have a Freaky Friday that's presented by our guy Brian Trahan and Dead of Night Disc Golf, where they do a glow round at Northside Christian Church, and they switch the layout out. They've got lit up T signs. They've got stuff there that they give away. Last time they were giving away a free tattoo for people. Like it was crazy, man. They have all kinds of stuff.
I saw that.
Steve-O's really good at promoting, and he's got a really good little base of stuff to give away. So go check out Freaky Fridays. It's a flex start. It's all on UDisc. This Sunday will be no event. Brian's birthday is that weekend, so he's going to be out of town. And besides that, yes.
Okay, you're doing pod time.
Yes, pod talk.
Got it.
But this Wednesday will be the final event of the Are You Feeling Lucky tour. And Megan's already got her ABR point, her amateur bonus round points all updated and everything. So make sure you check out and see where you fall on that list. And if you need to, get out to the Flex Friday. Well, even if you don't need to, you want to come out.
Yeah.
Come out to the Flex on Wednesday at Stonebridge Church from 11 to 4. If you're going to be around a little after 4, just reach out. Sometimes she can work with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Megan's got her, she's wrapping that up, and then moving forward, it might move into a little bit more dates. We don't want to announce it for sure yet, but it might move into Saturday Flex. I think that it's looking like with scheduling and everything and just popularity, I think Saturday might be our new day for the themed flex starts. And then we'll still have our regular flex starts on Sunday with Brian and the doubles on the end of the month, and maybe even some more doubles sprinkled throughout.
Which both will be traveling.
Yep. And they'll both
that'll be the beauty of it. Even though you're getting back-to-back days, we'll be traveling. So we'll be hitting up different parts. It'll be a fun time because when we stopped running those events, I had so many people, and especially Fred.
Oh my goodness, dude.
When are you guys gonna do the events again? And I was like, well, we got stuff going on, so we will eventually.
Yeah.
So it's been a blessing to have Megan come in and then Brian continue as well to run these events because they're so much fun and it creates that buzz in the area.
Exactly. And I'll tell you, there's so many events going on right now in the area and
lots of great ones too.
Absolutely. And with the rule change this year, so there was a change in rules that people should know about from the PDGA with C tiers, which
I don't know if it's a changed rule.
Flex Star. I think it
is it.
I don't know for sure. I don't want to speak on it, but
we didn't really know too much about it.
So now you don't have to have a distance in between C tier events. So you can run a C tier at McDade and then run a C tier at John Burge Park or Little E on the same day.
Yeah.
And before there was always a discrepancy of range of miles that you had to be so far away. I don't know if it changed last year or the year before, but there's always been that.
And it's not, it's just not the case anymore.
It's not the case anymore. So you can run them wherever you want. And I think it's the popularity of these style events that have kind of pushed the PDGA into allowing more because there's so many people that want to play that can't make it to this course or that course or don't have the time to, but they could have made it if it was over there. So the thing is we like our events. We like to run the flex starts. We know that people love them. So we're just going to keep running them. And until they're not successful, you're just going to keep seeing Lucky Ace flex starts.
Yeah. No, I love it. Well, I mean, kind of wrapping this pod up. I know we could keep going and going and going. I just want to say I really appreciate the responses that we're getting. I did not expect this pod. I mean, and it's not like it's super popular viral, but I mean, it's the second episode outdid the first within a day. And I'm seeing more comments. I'm seeing a lot of likes. Our following is going up. So I appreciate everybody that's taking the time to like and subscribe to Lucky Ace TV. Also Lucky Ace Disc on Spotify. And I believe all other streaming platforms. It's Lucky Ace Discs podcast.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. So yeah, thank you so much for following. Also follow us on Instagram at Lucky Ace Disc. Same with Facebook. And if y'all have any ideas that you want to throw our way that you think could make this pod even better, let us know. I liked the phone call. I like calling Justin. That was pretty cool.
It was cool. It was one of those things where it kind of opens our odds of what we are doesn't limit us to what we can do.
Yeah, because I got a lot of cool phone numbers in here.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this, but I know people.
I got a lot of cool phone numbers in here. So seeing that we were able to pull that off, opens the doors. Now, I won't do it yet with some of our pros, like Val, Alexis, and Mason. I'm not going to do that. And the reason I'm not going to do that yet, I'm going to end up doing it, but I want them here.
Of course.
I'm calling you, Val. I'm calling you out. I want you right here. And I want to show the world how you really are. No, I'm just kidding. Dang it, I did the foot thing. They call me out on that every time. When I laugh real hard, I do this.
Oh, yeah, you get excited running place.
Oh, they make fun of me so much.
Where you going, Jay? Oh, you ain't going anywhere.
You're going to break your hip, Jay. Watch out. I get it. So, we will do that eventually, but, I want to get them on here first.
Yep.
And then when they're on the road, we'll check in with them and get some interviews in.
I love that. We'll have little segments, maybe checking in with the.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Check in with the pros, man. He drew a blank.
I did. I
He did. Look.
I didn't know everybody what to say.
Yeah. No, but thanks again for watching episode 3. You have anything else you want to shout out before we?
Check us out on Lucky Ace Discs, all platforms, everything. Just make sure you also. Have a great day.
Oh, there he goes. He got it again. Mr. Have a great day, Maeve. Thanks, y'all. Y'all have a good one.